You didn't even notice when it all started. The morning seemed perfectly normal. The day was going smoothly. You had slept well. Your mind was clear. You felt a sense of joy, and that everything was going well. You even felt inspired. But at some point, something went wrong. Suddenly, it became difficult to concentrate. An inexplicable heaviness appeared, as if someone had carefully removed your source of strength. No arguments, no stress, no bad news. Nothing. There was just one conversation, a completely ordinary one. The words seemed friendly, spoken with a smile and interest, but you've probably noticed that after talking to some people, you feel like you're spreading your wings, and after talking to others, it's as if someone has turned off the light inside you. This is not mysticism or fairy tales. It's a leak, real, tangible. Energy escapes through words, sometimes not with a blow, but with a quiet hook that catches your attention. Questions that masquerade as concern are especially insidious. The voice is soft, the gaze is open, everything seems sincere, and then suddenly, aren't you tired? Are you sure you can handle it? Aren't you afraid it won't work out? You answer honestly because you trust them. And in that moment, it's as if a lid has been lifted and your energy begins to drain away. In the old days, such phrases were called verbal incantations. They are not spells or curses. They are simply words spoken at a moment when you are open. Because words are not just sounds. They are always directed. They either fill or take away. And if they hide anxiety, envy, or hidden reproach, they break through your defenses and begin to drain your strength. You may think, well, it's just a question about how I'm doing. But if at that moment you said, yes, I'm tired, or I have a little, you have already given permission. You have sent a signal to the space around you, confirming your weakness. A question asked not out of love, but out of inner anxiety is not concern. It is an invasion. And the most dangerous people are those who do not know how to create joy for themselves. They feed on other people's energy, not always out of malice. They just don't know any other way. They see that everything is going well for you, and they reach out not with actions, but with words. You've changed lately. Or, don't overestimate your strength. It seems like the person is just interested. But inside, something tightens up. You start to doubt yourself. What if they're right? And from that moment on, instead of feeling light, you feel a slump. You lose momentum. The chain of good events breaks, and you don't understand where it started. And it all started with one sentence. This is especially effective if the opinion of the person who said it is important to you. You listen to them, you are open, and therefore vulnerable. And even if they meant no harm, energy does not distinguish between intentions. It simply disappears if you do not maintain boundaries. Think back. Have you ever had a friendly conversation and then suddenly lost the desire to do anything? Your mood dropped, your hands dropped, and you couldn't get anything done? It all started with a couple of innocent questions. Are you sure? Or isn't it too early to start? Now imagine, you've just started to earn real money. Inspiration, the first fruits of your labor. Life begins to flow easily and freely. And then suddenly you hear the phrase, "So, how much have you made so far?" It's said jokingly. You smile awkwardly, answer uncertainly, or laugh it off, and that's it. The flow is blocked. You doubted yourself. You hid it, tried to downplay it. But money doesn't go where it is ashamed. Because money is not just bills. It is a form of power, a confirmation of your value. And if you belittle or hide the fruits of your labor, you send a signal. I don't need it. Space always responds to what you transmit. If you yourself downplay the significance of your achievements, it perceives this as a command to shut down the flow. And it's especially dangerous when such words are spoken at the moment of your rise. You've just straightened your shoulders, started breathing deeply, and suddenly, are you sure you can handle it? You don't even have time to answer, and you already feel the ground beneath your feet soften, as if it had been washed away. The light inside you dims, and fear creeps under your skin. Why does this happen? Because confidence is not armor. It is light. It requires no proof, but it is easily obscured by shadows. Shadows of doubt, envy, or mistrust. And now you start to play it safe, double-check, and delay your steps. It seems like prudence, but in reality it's a loss of rhythm. And rhythm is what keeps your flow going. Remember, space is a mirror. It reflects your state of mind. If you are anxious and full of excuses, it will stop supporting you. That's how dreams start to crumble. Not because they are weak, but because a virus has been planted in you. A polite, seemingly caring question. What can you do about it? It's very simple. No need to make excuses. No need to prove yourself. No need to go into explanations. Instead, say, I know what I'm doing. It's a short phrase, but it's like a sword that cuts the hook. It's not aggressive, but it's confident. It's your inner anchor that doesn't need approval. The higher you climb, the more often you will hear words that want to knock you off your path. Sometimes they are spoken out of envy, sometimes out of fear, and sometimes out of someone else's inability to be happy for you. You will feel them. Sometimes they will sound like, don't get too big for your boots, or don't forget where you came from. On the surface, they seem like kind reminders, but in reality, they are anchors. Anchors pull you back into the past, to mistakes, to pain, to moments when you were weak or dependent. It is especially difficult when such words come from loved ones. If it weren't for us, you wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Or, we know you, don't get too big for your boots. And so, in order not to hurt anyone with your light, you fold your wings, shrink, and hide. But understand, you have the right to be different. You've grown up, and that's normal. True love doesn't keep you in old roles. It grows with you. It doesn't pull you down. It lifts you up. Tell yourself, I've changed because I've grown up. It's natural and it's good. And don't make excuses. Those who are truly with you will say, I'm proud of you. Those who say, you've become conceited, are just afraid of being left behind. Sometimes their words aren't even words, just a smile. But in that smile, you sense something wrong. You share your joy, and in response, you hear, don't get too excited. And that's it. Your joy shrinks, the light dims, and a doubt creeps into your head. What if it's true that you can't be too happy? This is the quietest form of poison, the fear of being happy. No one has put a curse on you. You yourself have closed off your flow, started watching your face, your words, your emotions. In the old days, they used to say, don't extinguish your light. You'll fade away. Joy is not a sin, a challenge, or bragging. It is a gift. And when you shine, you don't have to apologize. If you hear words that sound like a curse, just say, my joy is protected. Period.